Okay, so today's video, I am in my baby's nursery. It is so close, you guys. I will be having my baby next week. I'm having a C-section, so it's scheduled. And so I'm gonna get into that, like when I'm having the baby. You guys had so many questions over on Instagram about this pregnancy. I haven't talked a ton about it. So this video is going to be all about baby, all about like how my family's doing, what I do to prepare for the baby, the pregnancy, recovery, all of that. I'm going to talk about everything spiritually, physically, like what I do to prepare in every way. So anyway, so grab a cup of coffee and I hope that you guys enjoy this video. If you are new here, please subscribe down below. I'd love to have you a part of this community, and definitely go over to my Instagram because I have a couple of scheduled videos that I have going up. It's all scheduled, so I will be having videos even though I had already had the baby. So so if you want like up to date, like how's they're doing, my Instagram is the best way to see that. I will probably show baby pictures right away, and you know, hopefully do Insta stories and stuff like that. But I'm kind of taking like maternity leave, so I've done quite a few videos so that I still have videos up every Wednesday, but I will be taking a break. I'm just gonna have me and baby and all of that. So this is my fifth pregnancy that I will have, my fifth C-section. I had 2 miscarriages before this one, and I talk about that in a different video, but this one I'm really excited because the whole pregnancy has been very surreal to me because of COVID too. I think that it's been such a different pregnancy. It's been hard emotionally, physically, just in every way. It's been really hard, and I don't know if that's because like I'm older, you know, giving birth, or if it's just my circumstances are much different. So COVID started right as let's see, I found out I was pregnant, and then like 2 or 3 days later they shut the country down pretty much, and which at the time was really good because my kid's school got not canceled, but it was e-learning and all this stuff, and my husband, his job let him work from home, and he just kind of took over. Like, he was a superstar. So and this pregnancy was so, my first and second trimester were really hard and weird. Like, I could not figure out, my body just felt imbalanced, and it was scary because I had never felt that way in a pregnancy, and I just had 2 previous miscarriages. So this was something that I was like just trying to trust in God, you know, the whole pregnancy. Even now, still trying to trust you, God, I trust you. It's all about trusting God, right? So so there was that whole thing, but my husband like totally stepped up and helped with e-learning and all of that. And my 3rd trimester, it started e-learning for it's kind of the same thing, only I kind of took over because, you know, I'm here and he's back at work. So so I've been helping the kids e-learning every other day and stuff. So I think with that has been really hard with my pregnancy, like balancing all of that, like how I feel, my gestational diabetes, which I'm so excited for that to be done because I had it my 2nd and 3rd trimester, which usually you only have it your 3rd trimester, if at all. And I had it both. I just feel like God has really humbled me this pregnancy. It's been very hard, and I'm a very independent person naturally. So I've needed a lot of help, and I've cried a lot this pregnancy, just hormonally probably, but also just it's been a little challenging, like just juggling everything with the baby, and I don't know, my appointments and just everything. It's a lot. So so that's been kind of hard. And I do wonder, like, if COVID wasn't going on, like if I'd be fine. But you know, like there's that underlying stress of like, I hope I don't get COVID, you know, even though I have a couple of friends and my sister, they had COVID while they were pregnant and the baby was fine. There was nothing wrong with the baby. my other sister just had COVID, and she is, I think, 3 months behind me. So, and then I have another sister who's pregnant as well. So the three of us are pregnant at the same time. We're all like so excited. I love having sisters and stuff. So I'm really excited for Bella to have a little sister. The family is so excited for this baby, like so excited. Probably more excited than the other babies I've had. They've always been excited, but Bella in particular is very excited. She keeps saying, Mom, when is that baby gonna pop out? You know, and I just have to laugh because the way she words things, and she's 3, so she is such an adorable age. So we're trying to like prepare her that like, okay, there's another baby, like, you know, you're not probably gonna get a ton of attention the way that you used to, even though I got really good advice before that says, you know, make sure you go to the second youngest before you go to the baby. And I've done that with all of my kids, and it's been so true. Like, that way the babies don't get like jealous of the new baby or anything like that. So anyway, so they're all very, very excited. My husband's very excited, and I don't know, we're just like, I think we're ready. Like, I'm ready. I just want to hold her, make sure she's okay. I want to, you know, start going through the process as most people do in their 3rd trimester. They're like, okay, I'm over this. I really want to hold my baby. But then once the baby comes, I think you always forget, like, you know, the nights, like the sleepless nights, and, you know, like that little baby, you never know what you're gonna get, if it's a happy baby, sad baby, all of that. So, or I should say demanding baby. So we've been lucky. All of our kids were pretty chill, except for our second one, which I'm like, oh, this is probably why some people only have 2, because they're really hard, you know, and stuff. But he's a very well-rounded, wonderful little 7-year-old now. So anyway, so yeah, the whole family's very excited. Bella is like beyond. She keeps carrying babies around and, you know, talking about when is your baby gonna pop out. So we're really excited, and we live really close to my in-laws, so we're gonna the kids are gonna stay with them, because with a C-section I'll be there probably 3 to 4 days, 2 to 3 to 4 days, depending on how like the recovery goes and stuff. So I'm trying to mentally prepare for that, for the pain of the C-section and stuff. So, but that's something you can really not prepare for. It's just like, you just have to accept it. But it's a great way to grow in holiness and to really offer it up. I love that Catholics believe in redemptive suffering, because that is something that I could give, you know, that's a gift I could give to each one of you. So I'm gonna have a picture up, I think the day before my C-section, and ask for your prayer requests. And I'm gonna offer up all the pain and suffering of the C-section for you guys. So definitely go over there and check that out. I think I'll probably have like a pregnancy picture of me or something like that. So definitely please give me your prayer requests, because pain is something that is really big in the Catholic Church. Like, we can really grow spiritually in our pain. Whether it's emotional, physical, whatever it is, like, that is huge. And so we never want to, you know, take that for granted. Like, that's something that is so powerful to God, because we can unite ourselves on the cross when we are in that pain and suffering. So anyway, so definitely go over to Instagram, you know, and follow me there, and just like write your prayer requests, because I will be praying for each one of you. So my C-section is actually on Monday, so November 9th, first thing in the morning. So please, I know I have a lot of prayer warriors who watch me here, and I beg of you to please pray for me, that everything goes well for me and baby. So I heard of this thing where people will light a candle when their friends go in labor, and keep it like someplace where they walk by, you know, all day long. And that way every time they see the lit candle, they'll pray for their friends. So if you want to do something like that, I would be forever grateful for that. Like, I know I need prayers and grace and all of that. So, so if you don't do that, that's fine, but just an idea, and an idea for when you have friends who go into labor or have a C-section, to have a candle, light it all day for them, and just constantly pray for them and baby and all of that. Okay, so a lot of people on Instagram ask me what I do to prepare for the baby. And so, like I said, this is gonna be my 5th C-section. And so obviously I have a hospital bag, and it's very different from if you don't have a C-section. So C-sections are pretty much my biggest thing that I've realized is I have to wear a dress after the C-section, because your stomach is so tender that I always wear dresses afterwards, like for the first like week. It's like gowns, like something you can nurse out of, but just like it's so tender and painful on your stomach. So that is the biggest difference. And I mean, I could do a whole, like, you know, what's in my hospital bag, but there's so many of them of those, so I'll just leave it up to them. But a lot of them don't say that, and I think it was my 2nd C-section. I brought jeans, like, I mean, they were maternity jeans, but even those, like, it's still like, you know, constricting. And it's, anyway, so I have my hospital bag. I have washed all the baby clothes, so I'm really excited. I have a nursery tour that I'm gonna do, and I'll probably do that next week. So yeah, so I have all the baby's clothes washed, which it's pretty much all the clothes that Bella had. Like, I got rid of a couple stained things that I couldn't get the stains out of, but it's pretty much all that Bella had. Now, Bella was born in the summer, this baby's born in the fall, so there's a little bit of like, I have like summer dress. I'll show you in the video that I do, like the baby, or the tour, the nursery tour, but they're so cute, but it's gonna be way too cold for baby to wear any of those cute little things. Okay, so this is a huge thing for me to prepare for baby, is I used to have where people would always bring me meals, but I don't really have a ton of friends here. And so I'm pretty sure like we're kind of on our own for meals, which is fine. And what I've done is I make double the batch. So I've been doing this for a couple weeks now, where certain meals I'll make double the batch, and then I will just store half of it. Like, I'll freeze it in the freezer, and I will, you know, have it ready for Eric so that he can't cook at all. So he makes really good eggs and crepes, but that is literally it. And so so I don't want to do like DoorDash or anything like that. It's just so expensive with, you know, big families and stuff. So I have been doubling the meals, and so we have like quite a few meals like ready. And I heard like if you put it in a Ziploc bag and like lay it flat, then you can like store them up ways. And so I love that idea, and it's been great. I absolutely love it. I have some hot dishes, you know, all of that. So I'm just like preparing in that way to be able to feed my family, even though I'll be out. So a lot of people ask me like, what do you do spiritually to prepare for the C-section? So the truth of the matter is, like, C-sections can be a little dangerous, especially this is my 5th, and I've heard of people who have had up to 8 C-sections, but the more you have, the more like it can be a little bit scary. So I'm kind of going into it like that, you know, I'm sure everything will be fine, but I always go into my C-sections where I go to confession the day before or the weekend before, so that just in case something were to happen and God calls me home, that hopefully my soul will be as pure as it can be for God, you know. So and that way, like, when I go into the C-section, I'm not scared, you know, of stuff like that. So I know that seems kind of morbid, but you never know when God's gonna take you. I could do a whole video on not being afraid of dying, because I'm not. Obviously I want to live, and I want to see my children grow old, and, you know, grow old with my husband and all of that, but God calls you when he calls you. A lot of the saints he called really early on, you know, and so you just never know. So you always have to be prepared. And it just so happens that the Saturday before is the first Saturday. So I'm doing the first Saturdays. I did a whole video on it. And and one of the things is you have to go to confession. So it's kind of like a win-win. That's what I'm doing anyway. So, but that way I can go in to the surgery not feeling worried or anything like that. Like, I know that I'm pure, you know. I'm also doing a novena. So Saint Gerard is the patron saint of motherhood, and he is also the patron saint of a safe delivery. So I am doing a 9-day novena to him, asking for, you know, his special help for the C-section. I've been praying for the doctor ever since I found out I was pregnant, that, you know, he would do a great C-section and that the angels would surround him. And last time I had a little bit of a scary experience where my blood pressure dropped, and so I couldn't hold Bella right away. It was kind of a little bit scary. They gave me medication, and then my blood pressure skyrocketed. so it's just like one of those things. But I just been praying that, you know, the doctors and the nurses, who's ever in there, can do a great job, and that the angels surround them. So those are the 3 things that I do spiritually. Is I pray, you know, my rosaries for the doctors and all the nurses and stuff, that they do well with me and the baby. And then also I do the novena and I go to confession. So those are like the things I do spiritually to prepare me for the baby. And so yeah, those are kind of all my notes. It's kind of been a long video, but a lot of you have been asking me how I'm doing and stuff. I'm so excited to meet her. I'm so excited. Every little move, I'm like, oh, I'm glad she's okay. Like, I just can't wait to like put my arms around her and hold her and kiss her and, you know, all of that. So so thank you for your prayers. I know a lot of you are prayer warriors. I know a lot of you said that this whole pregnancy, you've been praying for me, rosaries and masses and all of that. So thank you. Like, I wish I could give each one of you a hug, because it has helped. Like, those graces have really helped me through this like kind of hard times. You know, it's given me the grace I need to carry on and to do okay for my children, my family, and all of that. So so anyway, please keep up the prayers, and go to Instagram, because I'm sure I'll share lots of baby pictures there and stuff. But I hope to do a video and just kind of like briefly tell you how the C-section went and how baby is. I'll probably introduce you to baby on here, so if you don't have Instagram, you'll get to meet her eventually and stuff. But anyway, so that's all the baby stuff I have to talk about today. We are so excited, and I thank you again for all your prayers, and until next time, I will see you all later. God bless. Bye.